Oh, we are doing some Jackbox.
Right.
What about the light?
You said shut it off. You shut it off.
I never said this one. I meant the one out there.
Well, do you
I don't mind.
don't know Jack.
Oh, you want to go back and this again? Why? Because you lost.
We are ready to start a game.
Multi-using
Where's that?
devices.
Just a quick reminder to ask Cookie if he's lost any weight lately, even though he clearly hasn't.
Hey, now 2 random people can join us too.
So this telecommuting thing, I mean, are people getting sick of Andy being on the TV? Shouldn't he be here?
Well, I mean, that's why I'm hoping this telecommuting thing works, because then, you know, once they can figure out how to get the ions and the particles, and then you can, right, like in Star Trek, is that what you're talking about?
No, he's
Link.
just on the TV on a camera.
Ah,
He's not
Link.
actually here.
Right, but
How do you feel about me being called on Link?
he's trying to, what they're trying to do is zap him.
Are you being Schultz?
That's it.
Come on down. This is You Don't Know Jack 2015. I'm your host, Cookie Masterson. And hey, wipe that smile off your face. This is serious. Okay, just kidding. There will be farts and stuff. Okay, you two, let's make this interesting. We're gonna play to the death. You all take care of those screws now. If you think another player is clueless, screw them and make them answer immediately. If they miss it, you win extra cash. And your wrong answer of the game is being sponsored by
The San Francisco Otter Choir. Free concerts every Wednesday, except for mating season.
If you happen to find our sponsor's wrong answer of the game, you'll be rewarded with big prizes and cash. Hang on tight, we're in for a ride.
Get ready, time for question.
First up, Bootyful. Let's analyze one of Kim Kardashian's body parts. About what percentage of Kim Kardashian's brain is just made up of water? 10%, 40%, 80%, or 100%? Player 2. What kind of dried, shriveled up brains have you been looking at? Player 1. Kim Kardashian's brain, and everybody else's brain for that matter, is made up of about 80% water. But that other 20% is just so round and firm, I can't stop thinking about it.
I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. Say it so.
Baby as well.
Try this on for size. His acting is alright.
Alright.
So, you know how they called Matthew McConaughey's resurgence as an actor his McConaissance? Well, if Matthew McConaughey is currently experiencing a McConaissance, then what period of his life just ended? The McCona Dark Ages, the McCona Industrial Age, the McCona Middle Ages, or the McCona Enlightenment Age? Player 2. Player 1. The Renaissance first occurred in Italy in the late 14th century, immediately following the Middle Ages. So the McConaissance would follow the McCona Middle Ages. Which is funny because most Renaissance sculptures also need to put on a damn shirt.
Dance with me, Disco 3.
Up next, brought to you by the letter U, Unibrow.
Oh,
Just to put the choices into order, then buzz in and see if you are right. Question.
And if you get this one right, I'll rustle up some extra moolah for you. Arrange these Sesame Street characters in order of fewest to most eyebrows. Bert, Ernie, the Count. Ernie, Bert, the Count. Bert, Ernie, the Count. The Count, Bert, Ernie, or Ernie, the Count, Bert. Player 1. The Count would be so disappointed. Player 2. Ernie has no eyebrows at all, Bert has one long single eyebrow, and the Count has two eyebrows! That earned you an extra $1,000. And yet, none of them have ever blinked. And now, Duck Duck Swan? Say the cast of Duck Dynasty attends a performance of Swan Lake and thinks there are real waterfowl on stage. In their confusion, which character would they most likely shoot? Siegfried, Benno, Von Rothbart, or Odette? Player 1. Player 2. Smart people choose this. Odette is a princess who has been turned into a swan, so the Duck Dynasty crew would probably fill her full of lead. Especially if they find out she once fooled around with a lady swan in college. Here's a good one. The man in the backwards yellow hat. And it's a dis or dat.
Oh, there you go, Freddy. Catch up.
Player 2. You could use a lift. This one's got your name all over it. I'm going to read off 7 things, and for each one you tell me if it's an alleged antic by pop star Justin Bieber, or an antic by the classic children's book character Curious George. If it's Justin Bieber, press the square button. If it's Curious George, press the circle button. Player 1. Select your answer before player 2, because if you get it right and player 2 gets it wrong, you get that cash. Okay, we're off. Peed in a mop bucket. Broke his leg falling from a fire escape. Arrested for falsely reporting a fight. Egged a house. Got high on ether. Fed a bugle to an ostrich. Went to a Brazilian brothel. Forget George, I'm curious how someone could do this badly. I think we can all agree that it's time for that little bastard to get deported. And then it's your turn, Bieber. That'll bring an end to our first round. Remember, I'm doubling the value of each question in round 2. And keep in mind, big cash prizes can be yours if you find the wrong answer to the game. Okay, we're bringing it on. It's time for Dumber and Dumberer 2. So there's Dumb and Dumber, and then there was Dumb and Dumberer, and then Dumb and Dumber 2. Makes perfect sense. Now, going back a few decades, there was The Odd Couple and The Odd Couple 2. So, if another remake of The Odd Couple used the superlative adjective, it would be called The Blank Couple. Odd, odder, oddest, or odderest. Player 2. Odd is the adjective, odder is the comparative adjective, and oddest is the superlative adjective. But of course, everyone who made the original Odd Couple movies is dead, which means it's the perfect time for Rob Schneider to swoop in and revitalize the franchise. Player 1. No, but speaking of otter, get it? You just won the greatest hits of the San Francisco Otter Choir. Hailed as one of the top 3 otter choirs in the world, the San Francisco Otter Choir will astound you with their covers of Little Red Corvette and The Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. This wrong answer of the game comes with a bundle of cash worth $8,000. Congratulations.
I want it, kid.
Question 7.
Yeah, there's change your monkey bang. I got more money than you.
Bucker up for Let It Go, Let It Go, Let It Go. At which temperature would Olaf from the movie Frozen melt and die? 30 degrees. Player 2, you've been screwed. You got 5 seconds. Nuh-uh. Player 1, your screw worked out. Don't stop there. Get some more cash. Player 1. Can't do anything right, can you? Now pay attention. 30 degrees is below freezing in Fahrenheit and insanely below freezing in Kelvin and Rankine. But it's pretty balmy in Celsius, about the equivalent of 86 degrees Fahrenheit. And I know, blah, 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 he can magically be saved, but I'm talking about what would happen in the real world to a talking snowman. Say hello to Kangaroo, Peanut, Albert Einstein, or Uranus.
Kangaroo, Peanut, Albert Einstein, or Uranus.
First spotted in 1879. Kangaroo, Peanuts, Albert Einstein, or Uranus. Players 1 and 2. Albert Einstein was first spotted in 1879, the year he was born. Probably by a midwife or something, over a century after Uranus was discovered and even longer after kangaroos and peanuts. I've heard baby Einstein cried a lot because he left behind some important equations on the uterine wall. Let's try wine or lose. If the Washington Redskins rebranded themselves with a non-offensive red-skinned mascot, what could they be called? The Washington Chardonnays, the Washington Malbecs, the Washington Pinot Blancs, or the Washington Rieslings? Player 1. Hey, way to be wrong! Player 2. This is right. Oops, this is white, which is wrong. Why didn't you pick this? Chardonnays, Pinot Blancs, and Rieslings are all white-skinned grapes, but the Malbec grape is red. Although to a connoisseur like myself, Malbec is very offensive. Oh yes, I do say that was quite a burn. Coming up next, I want to lick and roll all night. If Kiss singer Gene Simmons' tongue grew to the average length of an adult giraffe's, how deep into a woman's mouth could he stick it when he kissed her? Goodness, player 1, you're screwed. You got 5 seconds to give me an answer. An adult giraffe's tongue is on average about 18 to 20 inches long. So that's about how deep into a woman's mouth a giraffe-tongued Gene Simmons could stick it. And if Gene Simmons' neck grew to the length of an adult giraffe's, he may not even need women anymore. Player 2, I don't have good news. Welcome to the attack. When you see 2 clues that match, press the X button. 2,000 if you're right. But if you're wrong, you lose 2,000. And don't forget,
remember the clue.
It's gotta be a match that fits this clue. Your house is made of what? What materials are their houses made from? Good luck. work, Player One. You are like some beautifully toned racehorse moving ever forward with one ultimate goal in mind. Player Two, you are the steaming pile that gets left behind. But don't feel bad, because
You don't know Jack!
There's episodes, Freddy. We're about to get episode 2. Next episode.
I am Cookie Masterson, and I shaved my nipples for this, so let's hurry before it goes back. Like, we need to get moving now. Wow, look at this. We've got two of the greatest minds of the 21st century. There are your screws to get you started. You can force another player to answer immediately by hitting your screw button. If they miss it, you win extra bonus dollars. And our wrong answer of the game is brought to you by
Flavored eye drops. Why let your mouth have all the fun? Flavored eye drops.
Find the wrong answer associated with our sponsor to get yourself some sweet prizes and bonus cash. All right, let's get this party started.
Get ready, time for question.
Let's start with Eat, Pray, Die. Which of these Julia Roberts characters would Jack the Ripper have been most likely to savagely murder? Erin Brockovich, Vivian Ward, Tess Ocean, or Liz? Player two, you're screwed. You got 5 seconds to pick an answer. That's how you screw player one. Time to twist the knife. Player one. This answer is worth Ocean 0. Here's what you meant to pick. Vivian Ward is the name of the prostitute Julia Roberts plays in Pretty Woman, and almost all of serial killer Jack the Ripper's alleged victims were female prostitutes, so he'd probably have just loved to murder her. I can see it now. He'd open the box with his knife in it. She'd reach in and he'd playfully shut it, snapping her fingers. She'd laugh, he'd laugh, then he'd kill her.
Oh, Mama, gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. Say it so.
Open wide for If I Only Had a Brain Trust. Suppose the Scarecrow from The Wizard of Oz faced off against the Wicked Witch of the West in a public debate. If he wanted to use a straw man argument against her, what might he do? Attack the Wicked Witch's character rather than the issues? Misrepresent the Wicked Witch's position on the issues? Prove the Wicked Witch wrong using statistical data? Or interrupt the Wicked Witch before she finishes her points? Player one. What were you thinking there? Player two. A straw man argument purposefully misrepresents an opponent's position in order to strike it down. Here's how I would debate the Wicked Witch. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the two candidates you see here tonight is a Wicked Witch. Thank you, I yield the rest of my time.
Dance with me, Disco 3.
And on its way, getting naughty. And this dis or dat leg's being tied up. Player two, you're on the bottom, so I'm gonna let you play this dis or dat. I'm gonna read off 7 names, and for each one, you tell me if it's the name of a necktie knot or the name of a sex position recommended by Women's Health magazine. If it's a necktie knot, press the square button. If it's a sex position, press the circle button. Player one. Try to lock in your answer before player two, because if player two gets it wrong, but you get it right, you'll steal that cash. All right, let's get started. The Half Windsor. The Valedictorian. The Prince Albert. The Trinity. The Caboose. The Chairman. The Four in Hand. It appears your score likes to be on bottom. My usual sex position is also the way I usually tie a tie, alone in front of a mirror. Here's one for you. Shop till everyone drops. Say at Christmas time, every single item at your local mall sells out. According to a popular grim fairy tale, which of these stores has the best chance to be magically stocked overnight by hardworking elves? Foot Locker, Radio Shack, Victoria's Secret, or Lens Crafters? Player 1. Sucks to be you. Player 2. What? No. I so wanted you to pick this one. In the grim fairy tale, The Elves and the Cobbler, a poor shoemaker is given some much-needed help by elves who appear in the middle of the night. And while the shoemaker made a nice profit, the elves were trampled to death on Black Friday. May I introduce Okia Dokia? If you're driving between company headquarters, which trip should be the shortest? IKEA to Kia, Kia to Nokia, Nokia... Oh, you're screwed, player 1. You got 5 seconds. Whoa. Player 2, that was some mighty fine screwing. Why not pick up a few more bucks? Player 2, sweet dreams. Here's what a right answer looks like. Nokia is based in Finland, and IKEA is based right next door in Sweden. Kia is based in South Korea. Whether it's phones, furniture, or cars, if it's got Kia in the name, you know it's gonna be cheap. I mean inexpensive. Inexpensive! We've finished round 1. Don't forget, all the questions in round 2 are worth double. And don't forget about your screws. You didn't come here to make friends.
Bink, 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 bink.
Here we have, muscle milk was a bad choice. Say the news team from the Anchorman films decides to run a relay race against a rival news team. If Ron Burgundy is his team's anchor, when will he run? Before Brick, Brian, and Champ? After Brick and Brian, but before Champ? Before Brian and Champ, but after Brick? Or after Brick, Brian, and Champ? Players 1 and 2? In a relay race, the anchor, usually the fastest runner, goes last. And they would probably promote the race so incessantly that by the time it actually took place, you wouldn't be that interested in seeing it anymore.
Question 7.
Get up and shake your monkey bang.
This one's called Guess Who's Dak? Dak again. You know, I'm not an optimist, but I have to say, I feel like things have been going pretty well with the game so far.
Son Daddy forgot about me.
Oh no, my old ventriloquist puppet, Billy O'Brien.
One's made of skin, one's made of wood, so who's the dummy?
Not me.
Billy, the whole creative team here decided to not include you in this game because you're too much of a troublemaker.
Troublemaker? Me? No, I just got back from traveling the world, studying all the profound teachings of titular world spiritual leaders. For instance, which titular religious group was founded by someone with the last name of Smith? Protestants, Episcopalians, Trustitarians, or Nornuns?
Player 2? How do you say, no? Player 1. The Mormon religion was founded in the 1800s by Joseph Smith.
In America.
So, which was your favorite religion you studied?
Well, I particularly like the ones that treats about reincarnation. Someday, I hope to come back as a beautiful coffee table.
Follow me down to the sea.
Coming up, Orcas 11. Say I wanted to go around freeing the killer whales from every SeaWorld location in the world. How many separate rescue missions would I need to go on? 3 rescue missions, 4 rescue missions, 5 rescue missions, or 6 rescue missions? Player 1. Check, please. Player 2. Did you pick this on purpose? Want to see the answer? There are 3 SeaWorlds, one in San Diego, one in San Antonio, and one in Orlando. So you would need to go on 3 separate rescue missions. Well, that sounds like a lot of traveling. Maybe I'll just pay that kid from Free Willy to do it. Something tells me he could use the cash. I call this one Kangaroo, Peanuts, Albert Einstein, or Uranus.
Kangaroo, peanut, Albert Einstein, or Uranus.
The name of Jeff Dunham's purple-skinned puppet. Kangaroo, Peanuts, Albert Einstein, or Uranus. Players 1 and 2. His name is Peanut. I have to admit, people who talk through ventriloquist puppets kind of creep me out.
That you talk through me.
Quiet, Billy. Stop trying to get me to kill people.
Whoa, now you're creeping me out, man.
Take a stab at the midnight run to the bathroom. According to Henry Wadsworth Longfellow, how would Paul Revere secretly signal to you that he has to pee in the sea? I have to do a number 1 in a 1. I have to do a number 1 in a 2. I have to do a number 1 in a 3. Or, I have to do a number 2 in a 1. Player 2.
What if I land swooped by sea?
Player 1. According to Henry Wadsworth Longfellow's poem, Paul Revere's Ride, Paul's signal for the British was 1 if by land, 2 if by sea. And as we all know, a number 1 is a P. And Americans would have known about the British sooner if he hadn't stopped for a number 4. You don't even want to know what that is.
Oh no, Freddy's your favorite.
Step right up to the Jack attack. Oh, I'll just shut my mouth then. Here's your clue. This plus this equals that. What new thing do these combine to make? Good luck.
Oh, no! Oh, I know what that is. Captain America. My goodness. Oh, I know what that is. Ossa! Ossa! One. Oh, I know that. No, I did it first. I still win. I still win now because you've been negative.
Player 1's got it!
Hey, at least you're not negative.
Player 1, you know, dozens of people come through here and post solid wins at this game, but none of them did it like you. They impressed me, and they're all here to say,
You don't know Jack!
I just showered, but I... Yeah,
Where did the controller go?
it's right here.
Give it to you. I can give it to you. You want to do drawful?
The fuck is that?
It's better with more people. We could do it just 2. I don't know. You don't need 3. Get village or even lice water.
They're doing
Word spot. Rough sex, and then everyone votes on it. So you can say like rough sex, and it makes an entire story basically out of all the words, and you will vote for it. Rough sex. The only good thing for 2 players is you have Jack. Maybe or ice water.
So we want to just leave it at that then, because
Yeah. All right, buddy. That's all the time we have for today. Goodbye.
stop drawing.